Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I was trying to figure out what to do a video about today because I'm trying to drop a video every day. It's becoming easier as I go along to drop a video every day or multiple videos a day. Something that was kind of challenging at first, but I guess it's just like working out a muscle. The more you do it, the more buff you get, the better you get at it. So today I didn't really find anything I was interested in. So I am just going to go ahead and show you my drawing process because I'm working on a comic book, and I often talk about um, creativity with regard to when my videos when I review stuff. So I am working on something creative. I'm always working on something creative. So today I'm going to share that with you guys. So I'm working on a comic book. This is the first page of the comic book. And this is the fifth panel so far. This is what it looks like so far. I don't know if you can, this is what the page looks like. And it's been very difficult because I haven't drawn in a long time. And it's really difficult to get these done. Usually I can do at the very least 2 rough sketches a day or 2 completely fully inked panel pages a day. I'm trying to get to 4 because that's what the King Jack Kirby was able to achieve, which is a lofty goal, but it's something to aspire to. But now I can't even get past the sketch phase of 1 page, and it's really getting to me. But so anyway, so I thought you guys I would share it with you guys. I'm trying to finish this page, the first page. I'm on the 4th panel here. I'll zoom in to show you guys what's going on. And I guess as I go along, I'll give you a little bit of the story. I'm kind of working on a good, a quality, valuable Canadian superhero, a Canadian story, and because there's been quite a few attempts with Captain Canuck. There's Captain Canuck, and then there's Captain Canada, right? So and both heroes are not really respected. People know who Captain Canuck is more than they do Captain Canada, but even still, he's not on the same level as the American superheroes. So I think that's because of the quality of stories that have been told. So my goal here, my ambition with this comic book is to tell something very unique that people would really be proud of in Canada, to talk about, hey, this is a Canadian story, this is a Canadian superhero. And I think it's a very good story. I'm very excited about it. So yeah. So I'm working on the 5th panel here. And here I'm trying to follow up this panel where this artist, he's working on this comic book, this Captain Canuck comic book, the Canuckan, and he comes across some bullies come across the street, and they get into a fight, and as you can see, they're being watched and still being watched as they're getting beaten. No one's doing anything because there's a good reason for that, and I want to keep it kind of low key right now because I think it's a very good idea. I'm usually not like that, but I feel it's like a very good idea, and I want to have more concrete things done before I start talking too much about it. Because as I said before, this is actually page 2, and so it's not that far along. Actually, I can show you folks page 1 here. Let's go here. And so yeah, I'm on page 2, and it's a challenge right now. It's a challenge. I don't feel really great about it, but I'm trudging along. I'm trying to get it done. I'm showing up to work, even though I don't feel like working. Um, this is a pretty big file. That's why it's taking so long. So here we go. This is this is the first page of the comic book, which is actually the first page of the comic book within the story, right? So that's this comic book over here. You see, you guys can see that. So yeah, so he just came out of the print shop with his buddy, and they get attacked by some bullies. There's way more to it than I'm mentioning, and of course, I'm watching a bunch of Abba and Preach. Some guys I've really come to appreciate. I like the videos, very entertaining stuff, and I like what they talk about. I like their critique of stuff. I like their perspective in general. So I was doing this all by myself, but I thought, hey, why not share this? Why not, do it in front of everybody, right? Why not? As I didn't have anything else, that I wanted to do that I felt good about doing. Yeah. So they get bullied, they get beat up. Someone rips up the comic book, and I'm now going to show what I'm trying to attempt with this panel is have the artist pick up the pieces of his comic book that have just been ripped up. So, yeah, a big challenge of this is figuring out the best way to communicate what I want to do to effectively and artistically. But actually, right now, I don't even care about being artistic. I just want to be communicative, and on a revision, I might adjust it and make it more artistic, more aesthetically pleasing. But this is just a rough sketch. But this is probably the toughest part because this stuff is coming out of nowhere. It's coming out of my mind, and I often forget how challenging it is, and that's why I often haven't finished a lot of my projects. But anyway. There we go. So here he's picking up the comic book pieces, and the bullies are walking away. So a lot of the times here, I use the rule of thirds, right? I use the rule of thirds to section out just like that. But I do it in my mind, and I'm just doing a visualization for folks to see, right? Right. So I do this in my mind with every page. So I'm going to put my character, the artist, down here, low, because that's also symbolic of the situation because he is feeling low, right? So let's just get to it. I'm talking a lot. I'm not drawing a lot. So here we go. Yeah. So he's picking it up, and of course he's sad as hell. Our hero is his buddy, right? The hero is not the comic book artist. He's his friend, and but they both get their asses kicked, right? Okay. I have to remember to talk because usually I'm talking a lot in my review videos, so this might be a lot quieter as I try to figure out what I'm trying to do. I can't stand this commercial. I'm sure everybody feels the same way these days about that Meridian.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's what The Bachelor and The Bachelor is. But I'm talking about the point where you're saying that this is super
Something I
simple
often
when
forget to
it's
do when I'm
Bachelor on Bachelorette.
working on stuff is not to get too involved, too immersed on particulars of the sketch. I should just get in and get out, and that's when my best work often comes out. Is when I don't dwell, right? I'm trying to illustrate more, draw less, illustrate more, right? And to expand on that, it's like, you go to a gun range and your friend is trying to show you how to shoot. He illustrates, right? So he's not shooting for you, he's illustrating, right? So he's giving you just enough information for you to grasp the concept. And that is the best illustrations use minimal effort, minimal lines to communicate something. So I have to master that, and it's literally a frame of mind. And you actually have to warm up to get to that place where you're loose and you can just get through line art really quickly. Oh, yeah, he doesn't. He's not wearing a vest. I don't know why I gave him a vest here. Okay. And he's wearing a kind of a polo shirt. Okay. Okay. And he's picking up some pieces of stuff. Let's go this way. That's wrong. Yeah, I've been preaching. As you can see from the title of their video here, this is what it's all about. The Bachelor. I think all these guys are a bunch of assholes anyhow. Like, who goes on television to find love? But it's entertainment, whatever. What do you expect from reality television? So, but it's entertaining to hear them argue their stupid points and try to rationalize their choices and whatever bullshit they're doing. It's entertaining. It's good background stuff. That's another big challenge I have is trying to put on the right stuff to maintain a certain mind frame while I'm working. And the truth is, there is no right stuff. You just have to jump into work, and everything becomes the right stuff in the background, right? Yesterday, I discovered Beksinski. Not that I discovered him, but I came to know him because just like everybody else, you've probably seen a bunch of art by Beksinski, the Polish artist. They call him the Polish Geiger, H.R. Geiger. Love his stuff. He's the one that does all this like nightmarish stuff. And I watched a bunch of videos on him, and I was obsessed. And I was just looking at my shitty work, and I was like, "What the fuck am I doing? I gotta get to work." That's how I often feel. It's depressing when I see art of really, really great artists with real vision. It makes me feel crap about my work, and then I started trying to do some concept art because I do quite a bit of that. I'll show some of that at some point, and it failed because I was being pulled in so many directions. I was spreading myself too thin instead of just concentrating on my work, instead of just channeling all that inspiration from Beksinski's work into my work, right? Didn't like any of that. He has long hair. I'm not gonna work on that right now. Screw it. I'm just trying to once again get in and get out. Illustrate, not draw. See, right now I'm dwelling too much on this particular part of it, and I should have been done long time ago and moving on. You want to get the composition of something down before you start nailing down solid lines, right?
Like you have to acknowledge that even if it's your daughter, your son, your father, your grandfather,
Okay.
your cousin, they can still be shitty people, and you gotta hold them accountable. Well, no, everything will change. If it would be my daughter, then no, I could possibly have someone
So
talk to my
I'm going to
daughter. But if your
use
daughter was a shitty ass
the
person, do some shitty shit. And you know what?
transform
Fuck
tool
it.
to
All
minimize this
relationships,
image to
all,
better fit.
all of
Once
it.
again, using the rule of thirds to fit in the
The
lower
fact that
third of
I'm someone's
the
son or
section,
whatever
the lower third
doesn't
section of the page of the composition,
say sorry is
right?
enough. She said you hold yourself accountable for what you did. The
Yeah,
fact that you
let's put that on
belabored the
another
person
layer.
doesn't change anything. Doesn't remove the accountability. Oh yeah, it's my daughter. Yeah.
I hate it takes too long
Okay,
to
so what
save
if
when
they're
pages
shitty?
get
What if
too
they're
thick,
shitty?
like
What
way
if
too
they're a
many
shitty
layers.
thing?
So
I rarely
I
do
was
that.
hoping to do the whole comic on one file on one page, but
I've seen a lot of
I
crazy
have to
stuff in
do
20 years, but
different
really not a good.
uh,
It's
choose
just
different
really
pages,
escalating
right,
to
to
where
keep the
you feel
file and save
totally
times
off. So
lower.
you could just
What
stop
is that?
and
What is
feel
that
like
that just
fuck.
appeared there? That's gross.
I
What the
used to
fuck
have
is
to
that?
declare. For that, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna apologize to Claire with all due respect. Like I don't.
Thank God, bro.
Thank God.
Imagine trying to coerce someone into an apology that they don't want to keep.
Okay.
Thank.
This show is utter trash.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I agree. Utter trash.
Any of these guys really think about me, I'm gonna stay true to myself. Okay. I.
Imagine being this like dejected because somebody's not a simp like you. Because the rest of these guys are super simp. I'm sorry, but like the way that they're reacting
Okay.
to everything that he says and his difference of opinion, the fact that they don't like the way that he specifically talked to a woman who is also disrespectful.
A challenge I had doing comic books, and another reason why I haven't finished any of my comic books is, this stuff is hard, man. It's hats off to all the professional comic book artists out there. The way they're able to fit things into panels, the way they're able to make things flow. When you get into it,
My kids, do you not remember her saying that either?
but I just need to finish it. I need to create work
You don't remember none of that? No.
that lives and dies on the page so I can move on to stuff. That's my goal with this actually.
Their participation in whatever argument or fight ensued is completely ignored, and the man's reaction or action they're like, bro, it's off the focal point.
You're telling me.
Yeah,
You're telling me.
go ahead.
Out of all people, you're telling me. The guy that was security, that was bouncer. I've seen women grow men. And when the guy was like, yo, what the hell are you doing? They took out the guy. Some people, some of my bosses asked me to take out guys that didn't do nothing, that got us. You're telling me? Like I don't know? In the bar, that's what it is. If a guy grabs a girl's ass, we're taking out the guy. We're taking it out. And we should. And we should. As we should. I'm not even disputing that. But if a woman does the same thing, we're not going to take the guy out. But if he, and if there's something, and that's the problem. If I see no one acting, no one saying shit, no one batting an eye, girls esteem me or other people of my, like other people of my team or other bitches, other people in the bar, nobody bats an eye, nobody says nothing. But the minute someone says, hey, you know what, hold up, wait a minute, stop, because everything is a joke, especially when they tipsy tips. No, I'm not kidding. Stop doing that. And they keep on laughing, and I gotta raise my voice because I'm not being heard. But the minute I raise my voice, I'm the one that's being taken out. I'm
Yeah.
the one that have to take out people. Some of my bosses been like, no, you have to take this guy out. Nah, she's the one that fuck. Yeah, but you know, girls bring boys, and boys span. So get rid of the guy. You're telling me this? Man, the number of times that this happens, that you get us so, man. Whew, I need to chill. I need to fucking chill. I need to calm the fuck down. Yeah, nah, B. Nah.
Kind of looks like crap, but it'll do for now. Once again, just trying to illustrate and move on.
I'm good. You shut it off.
So that's in the lower third now. Now it's looking good. And at this pace, I'm only going to be able to do one panel before I have to end this video. Otherwise, we'll be here all night. So I have to draw his boy, our hero. But somewhere up here in the upper third of the page of this panel, I'm going to draw the bullies walking away. To give you some info on the bullies, they're the Proudies, an analog of the Proud Boys. Not to say they are exactly the Proud Boys, but you know they're wearing these hats, and on the hats it says WMG. We make WMAG. We make America great, right? There's some white nationalist guys and whatever, just kind of indicative of the times we're going through right now. Stop it, Michael. Let's go finish with this guy. Terrible.
I mean, last episode was pretty juicy.
It's not
Now,
juice. It was apple cider vinegar. Okay.
I think I'm gonna go. Yeah, drawing a through line helps you put things into perspective, right? A through line, a motion line, a line of motion showing where. Okay. That's okay. It looks like trash. He's wearing some kind of a.
What, you can't handle these cliches?
C'est tout? C'est tout? What got you was cheating?
Yo, why you mad at her?
Ah, damn!
Why you mad at her?
I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying, c'est tout?
Yeah, when you know it's a 6-foot master race, open them legs wide.
C'est tout?
That's it.
Question two. Would it bother you if your future children inherited your husband's red hair?
That's not even a low blow. But then again, that's the first question.
I don't know. I feel like for some people, like their ginger part of them is part of who they are. It'd be like if you was with somebody and then they were like Asian, like would you bother if your kids had your, you know, your wife's Asian features?
It's not exactly.
It's not. How's it not?
It's just because ginger is.
It's because it's ginger.
Because it's ginger.
Yeah, because it's ginger.
It's really
How come they don't have feelings?
They do?
You know what's funny?
Just
Remember when Ariel was gonna be a black girl?
Who?
You remember when Ariel was gonna be
Yes.
a black girl? A lot of gingers like, yo, what about gender representation? They was mad because they don't get enough redheads on TV. And I get them.
I get them. I get that, but they do though.
Do they?
They do.
I think of like what? Mary Jane, Ariel, who else?
Greg Carton.
Who's that? Who's that? Is that the fat kid?
That kid is.
Yeah, you get to hear Hey, you brought Ariel in there out of 3 characters, and one of them is like a fat man who's
Your first character
Okay.
was a mermaid. Something that don't exist.
Yeah, but did you see when she got them legs?
These guys are crazy.
That's valid.
Oh my god.
Under the sea.
Thank you.
Question three. Would you respect your husband more if he made more money? How do you feel about that last answer?
He's boss. He's her. Yeah. Whatever.
Whatever. Nah.
You know what you do this?
Nah, I'm good. Oh, wait. Yeah. Good. Yeah, if that cheese.
Okay.
Yeah. Me?
Yeah. So I'm building a rhythm here,
Huh? What did you say about me? I mean, I'm not crying, bro.
and I don't feel good about this stuff, right? I never do. Like I never feel 100% about the work I never feel like I'm 100% achieving what I want to achieve, but I really don't want to think about that now. I'm trying really hard not to dwell on that and just get something down to work with, right? You have to put the putty on the floor, the clay on the board before you can sculpt something, right? Okay. And they're both wearing backpacks. I'm gonna put one backpack here. Okay. And I'll keep his backpack on, I guess, because I'm lazy and I don't want to draw it on the floor.
Oh, yeah. Okay, the money was one thing, but if he like that,
Bro, you would be more attracted to me if I made more money, but then the more I travel, the harder you find it to be. That's just no.
so it was really just so. The more and more we're gonna go down this rabbit hole because the rabbit hole is okay. Follow the rabbit right there. The more and more we're just gonna find out that he should really just do everything he's talking. It's not because of the looks. It's not because of the hair. It's not because of the money. It's really because
Now,
long enough. But other than that,
keeping the composition in mind, always keeping the composition in mind. Move that down, and we can have the upper third of the panel available for the bullies. Now, I don't know if I want to do that because I could kind of stack it up, but I don't think so. I think I've kind of
I'm single.
drawn myself into a hole here because I don't want to erase it. Because at this level, they're kind of on the same level. So the ground is here. So I can't draw the bullies up here. So the bullies have to be somewhere down here, right?
But you don't think she could.
I don't know. I don't know her. I want
But I have to show them walking away.
no.
So I was hoping to draw them a little smaller and to be able to package them, but
I'm just saying
let's
that
stack them up.
it's a funny situation in my head. But and the face was really just like, will it back, like one time.
She told me she was staring at me.
No, there's something there. Look at you.
You can't subtitle it and then expect me not to be influenced by that.
Okay. Willie back. I'm not gonna say.
Hey, you guys leave in the comments.
Will it back?
Little preach, huh? This is just me to see not see much she's enjoying it. When she delivers these like cold eyes, when she looks at him, she goes, like it's a revenge. Look at her.
See?
I did that.
Well, she's trying to get back. Listen, you know, and that's what I think I told you that
Okay.
last time. You know what the you get yourself into. Yes, this TV show is wrong, but you know what if this is some revenge kind of. This is the mother they got in there. Okay, they already present their man. They already gave up. It's already over in their head. So yes, the show is bad, but the person that's gonna sign up to this it's already over. They want to get back to this motherfucker. I'm just saying.
And you know why she's doing this to him? Because this man is struggling where it really matters. Okay? That's why
Oh.
this episode is sponsored
Okay.
by Blue Chew. Blue Chew gives you the first chewable with the same FDA-approved active ingredients as Cialis. It's prescribed online by licensed physicians, so you don't have to go to the doctor and wait in line. And it's even cheaper than a pharmacy. And they prepare it and ship it right to you in a discreet package. You don't got to worry about nobody coming through like, ooh, what's that? And you don't even have to leave your house, which during these times, let's be honest. So right now we got a special promo code. Visit BlueChew.com and use promo code ABBA and get your first shipment free. In the end, I don't think any of you want to end up on the moment of truth confused by why your wife or significant other is putting you on blast like that. But if you had some Blue Chew in your life, you know what I mean? Maybe you would be chewing on your teeth while she putting you on blast in front of all your homies. Handle your business in private, and and business gonna be handled in public. Blue chew, doing y'all the necessary service.
Angela, have you ever hooked up with any of my former boyfriends?
Oh.
The answer is yes.
Told you that look? Oh, if you, oh, you, yeah, you trifle. That's what it was. Okay?
Yes.
I was right.
So my challenge right now is trying to fit all the bullies into this little corner here, and there are four of them. I think I can do. I can do one more in the corner here if I do it right. As long as I get the head in there.
I think about Calgary, as a fishing destination. There's everything that you could possibly want.
So far, I'm okay with it. Once again, I'm not dwelling too much on stuff. As long as I illustrate, I get the information across, I'm good.
Confirm. Listen, people. Peeper, peeper, peeper. Let me talk to the peeper now. All right? Peeper. It is confirmed, like a Don King perm, that she wants to get back at this mansion presenting this dude. I don't know what happened. I don't know what it is. I do not know what it is.
Maybe I can turn Abba and Preach up a little so you can hear what they're talking about. So Abbott and Preach here are watching this show called, what's it called? Moment of Truth. And there's just some dramatic stuff. I don't know how people put themselves. I do know how and why people put themselves in this situation, because people are crazy. People are crazy, and they'll do anything for attention. And airing out their laundry or like this is. Okay. So yeah, here this husband and wife is on Moment of Truth. They are on a Moment of Truth, and airing out their laundry, and it's disgusting, but entertaining, I guess. Like, I wouldn't watch that show. I'm only watching it because Abba and Preacher talking shit about it. Like, this is the kind of stuff I really hate. Think we can waste time with this stuff instead of actually making real content, making real entertainment. Can you imagine, like, there's an answer you can give to this question that could ruin your marriage because of $100,000? Who the hell are these people? Like, what the hell?
She knows exactly what the hell she's doing. Like, stop. Not at this point, the way she
What am I looking at? I think we're looking good so far. Let's see here. This page is pretty full. Let's go. I'm gonna save it. Have a Coca-Cola bottle. I should stop. Just keep in mind, too easy. Just keep eating those. Have you ever regretted marrying your husband? Yeah. Ooh, what the fuck? We live in a cartoon, ladies and gentlemen. We live in a cartoon. Everything is dust. Everything is bullshit. Like, what the hell?
She knows what she's doing and knows the end. This man just wanted
I think I'm going to have to chop these guys up so I can fit their last partner because they're four bullies in this.
You know what I'm talking about. She doesn't give her. Yeah. I don't know what happened between them. I do not know. But this will pay back.
For $100,000, would you pose nude in an adult magazine?
What the hell? Who are these people?
Cecile, I'm wondering how you would feel if her answer was yes.
This is literally selling your soul, man. For the potential of $100,000, like what the hell?
Yes or no?
No dignity. See if I can squeeze them in some more.
I mean, I was surprised at the shallow. It's shallow.
Come on now.
You'll be surprised that water is wet. Right? What do we want?
Water's not wet.
I don't like it.
I just couldn't imagine being so mad and angry at somebody if you wanted to if you always said that's not the levels of petty. You know what I mean?
Or over.
That's good enough. I don't want them to be too small. So many layers. This is really thick. Getting thicker.
Electronics keep us connected to our world. For some, we share the resources inside devices are recovered and reused more than ever.
Okay, let's
If you ignite them,
The levels of petty? Over 10,000. Like, you want to
yeah, at least yes, as I was saying before, it's really difficult right now for me to first find a motivation to keep this going. And that's, of course, big part of it is laziness. But it's harder and harder because I don't I haven't been drawing as much as I should be.
And I think that if she would have answered this question now, in 2020, whatever, she would say yes. Because in the 90s, it was a different thing. It was viewed a different way. Right? But if she would have asked the question now, and she would be like, yeah, shallow, it's all good. You know what I mean? She would ran with it. But it's just, at least, we said she's shallow, right? So,
also
okay.
vindictive.
Yeah, vindictive, shallow.
Very vindictive to embarrass someone like on television.
If I'm gonna get the boys, at least I'm gonna get something out of it. My own money.
You embarrass yourself.
Yeah, that's the discussion doesn't get nothing. Yeah.
Maybe it's just me, but I'm gonna break up and I'll send it. I want to know the best terms possible. Couldn't imagine wanting to drink from the mud because, I'm hurt. But I feel like I was maybe I feel that way. You know, the whole money thing is with respect and with way more. Yeah. The levels of love. But I respect my girl more if she has bigger titties. What? It's realistic. Respect your. What does respect have to do with something?
So it's just like, it's a compliment. If you think of it, I'm trying to take that out of you, but if I'm trying to put it in a way, it's like, my girl doesn't respect me more because I have more money, right? She respects me more because I'm happy with what I'm doing.
There we go. We got the fourth guy in there.
And the byproduct of that is me.
It's kind of.
That is
Once again, this is just a sketch, and kind of messed up because I should have just shifted these guys here a little bit. But I think, oh my God, I think this is what I should do actually. Okay, so let's do this.
I'm not doing it. I'm just myself to that. I'm not doing it. I don't
Okay.
want to see her answer the question. Preach.
What do you think her answer is going to be?
I don't give a. I'm out of this.
There we
You guys
go.
know the moral of the story today is just don't be hairdressers.
Yeah, that's actually weirdly. Hairdressers are interesting people because they meet so many people. Kind of makes them sociopathic quite a little bit because they're very personable, very affable. So you don't really see like personal side. You don't know what the private side of them is like, and they interact with so many. Just like being a server, I served for like 8 years, and It makes you into a certain kind of person. Awesome. I'm liking the way this is looking so far. Yeah. As soon as I stop caring too much about what I'm doing, the work tends to be. I tend to be happier.
I watched it live. Listen, this was the genesis of the cringe. Woo! God, this was lit. I'm having flashbacks and goosebumps. They want to see this. Okay, let's go.
And let you guys know we're going to be covering a bunch more episodes. Keep coming back.
Okay.
Prior to tonight's show, all of our participants have undergone a rigorous polygraph exam. Based on the results of that test, the if they tell the truth, they can win
That looks like shit.
$500,000. And if they feel they may not have driven the
$500,000. Man, I'm not a materialistic person at all because I'm happiest when I'm creating, and all I need for that is myself and at the very least a pen and paper. But once you open yourself up to that, the times lately I've been thinking like, yeah, man, I would love to have quite a bit of money so that I can make things. Like I would like to have a lot of money so I can make movies. Like just make the movies I want to make. Just complete artistic expression. That would be a great reason to have a lot of money. You know. Now, this is looking good. This is kind of. I don't really like this negative space here, but it's okay for now. So let's do some perspective stuff here.
I would say something that was disgusting. Yeah, of course. But to be honest with you,
I think a lot of people feel that. Not understand why you feel that. But if you did find out, it would raise some questions.
definitely.
So this is that was just starting to get it already
Buildings, buildings, buildings.
guys on the list.
Let's go here. So down in the end. And
This is the most uncomfortable I've ever been on television. Quite honestly, if I had had my vote, it would not have aired. This is a decision was made for broadcasting on a war
do some of that.
got to see. Very good.
The fact that he gave this disclaimer when I first watched it, like, stop. Now, nigga, we're different.
I have been in love with a former boyfriend on their wedding day.
Can you imagine? What a show. Of course it is. Now, as I said before, this is a Canadian story. And as I draw, I things come to mind that I should incorporate in the images to make it Canadian. And living in Toronto, that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to draw the CN Tower because these guys, he's selling his comic book downtown.
Because you're literally watching the destruction of marriages and families for money. And that's when you realize this show is too much. And you have an audience going, oh, and all this stuff, and it's just, but it's too much.
That's a bit of that. Go ahead.
And exactly.
A bit. Now, yes, there's much more cringer moments than it is.
I think he's cringing because he loves it.
Yeah, whatever. Does that look like the CN Tower? That's good enough for now. It's a sketch. Okay.
On national television, the one that marries everybody? Huh? Honey, just take for the money. Do it for the money. But come on, look out here.
These guys are clowns. I love them. Seem like they have so much fun together. I'm a little jealous. So cool. Wow. Some clouds. There we go. I think I'm pretty happy with this panel right now. And the thing about this as well is like I have to shrink it all down so that I can make way for the word balloons, right? So I'm gonna merge this layer down and then shrink it all a bit just so. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Here we go. That should be good. That should be good. That's good. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. We'll drag that over here. And we're gonna put this over here. And yeah. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna do for today, folks. Because as you can see, it took me a while to do that, and that's just a sketch. I'm not exaggerating when I tell you that when I was drawing a lot, I would blast through these. Just I don't know if it's age or whatever, but in my imagination, not what it used to be. But I think it's because I haven't been drawing a lot, so it's difficult to pump them out. But as I said, I showed up to work today, and I'm gonna draw some more later on. And I'm not gonna tape all that because then I'll be making. I'm not gonna record all that because the videos will be way too long. But working on my comic book, you'll see a lot more of it. And if you stuck around to the end of the video, thank you. If you have any questions regarding art, I love talking about art. I love talking about my influences and how I came up with this. If you want to hear more about the story I'm working on, hit me up in the comments below. Until next time, you beautiful, beautiful people, stay safe, stay healthy. And yeah, I'll see you later. Peace out.